play-wise, but very hard, like, cards you cast, but, like, very hard to know how to mulligan. This deck and all of the big mana decks, I think, significantly got improved with the London Mulligan rule. We are currently between round 15 and the top 8 of SCG, so hopefully we'll get out of here before the SCG round gets too far in. If you're watching on YouTube, I guess that won't be relevant, but I would like to watch the top 8, so. My eyes are giving out for today, though, so I figured we had to just row. And this was a keep. So turn free Tron. So turn free Tron for a discard spell, which was really awesome. Well, the third map wasn't really what we were looking for. So that is a power plant, that is a tower, so we need a mine. Well then. And because of counter spells, we're going to wait on that now. Which sucks, because they can get ahead of us on, like, playing a Jace. And there's no value lands or anything to get, so I guess we'll just get a Scavenging Ooze. Or Scavenger Grounds. Probably also a Blasting Zone. See if this gets a counter spell. I apologize, somebody's vacuuming in my house, so I'm going to go mute for a little bit. Alright then. Cast sealed 5/5. Hope they didn't draw a counter. So we gain a mana here if we get tower. We drew 4 expedition maps, Sean. The Forskies on the expedition maparinos. So what do we want here? I don't really want these. Guess these kill some stuffs. Got a pretty extensive wish board. Kind of want to try Warping Well, just in case they are on the... I guess I can't do that. I actually need to dismembers because they could be on Thing in the Ass. Yeah, no sideboard. Hello, hello, Seanarino. So we have 1 Tron piece and we have Chalice for 1. I don't think that's good enough. Oh, I clicked Mulligan, didn't I? There we go. Alright, well we have Chalice for 1 again. And we have a turn 3 Endbringer. I guess that one's good enough. Turn 4 Endbringer, sorry. I don't really want to go to 5. I'm not 100% sure how well we mulligan. Okay. At least we have a turn 3 play now. And they're vacuuming again. Well, hopefully this is good enough. There's a good chance it's not. I shouldn't have the mine in play right now. I should have this blast zone, so this is a fairly big play mistake. It's like a really bad play mistake, potentially game costing. That's Jacing. Kind of feel like they're not doing anything, so I'm just going to draw this. I don't feel like they would have force still. Awesome, they don't. That's what we call value. We just 4 for 1 to our opponent. Yeah. Well, all my play mistakes potentially were going to cost me there. Oh, Zanzai didn't make top 8. I'm sad. Green White Eldrazi did. 2 Titans. I don't think this hand's good enough in a vacuum. I think this hand's worse. Alright, looks like this is the best we've got. Maybe I should have got the Mind Stone away and kept the land. Why, opponent? Why are we setting during my upkeep on turn 1? Just press your damn button. This is probably a bad match. Guess I'm just going to play the Chalice for 2, and it's not going to be good enough. Playing it for 1 doesn't seem particularly relevant, though. And they have Oko. So now our Chalice does nothing. Guess I'm just going to play this then, since I have Chalice. Since they have Oko, they can turn my Chalice off at will. Find Oko obnoxious, and I don't think it should be a Magic card. So I'm clearly not happy right now. I think it's one of the more annoying cards to lose to. Because you can just shuffle it into any deck and it's fine. Like cards like Urza and stuff like that at least have strict, they're powerful, but they have strict deck building considerations. Oko, you can literally shove in anything that can produce green and blue mana, and it's going to be an obnoxious, annoying card. Don't really understand what my opponent's doing. This card doesn't really do anything, does it? Can play it and kill this, I guess. Is that the best it can do? No, I can't even do that because this is a bloody creature. I'm just stupid. Well, luckily for me, it didn't matter. Hey, George. No, Oko's ridiculous. I told people it would be ridiculous. You can't put that high of a loyalty on a Planeswalker and it not be good regardless of what it basically says. Yeah, we don't have an out. We don't really have a sideboard here either. We just have to run it back. I thought Eldrazi Tron played like Karns and stuff. This list is weird to me. You go look up Mateus's list or whatever and see if I'm just playing a weird list. I just grabbed the 5-0 list. I wasn't really paying attention. Because I don't know anything about the deck. No, I guess they don't. This is basically the same deck. They're not playing the Big Karn anymore. I thought they did. I thought they played the Big Karn and the Big Ulamog. What are the differences in these two lists? So this one over here has 2 Warping Wells. This one has an extra Mind Stone and an extra Ugin. And other than that, it's the same deck. Potentially sideboard cards. Like this one over here has a Sky Sovereign, which would be pretty awesome. Alright. That seems good enough. That's pretty tempting, but I'm just gonna go ahead and play this. Even if they path it, it's not that big of a deal. They path it, we're drawing, we can play this, and we're drawing Temple and can play this. But and if they don't path it, we can still just draw Temple and play this. Oh, well, that's a problem. Guess I'm supposed to attack for 5 next turn with the Endbringer, because there's a good chance it's never blocking. Said Endbringer, but I meant Reality Smasher. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to attack. Might even block with the Matter Shaper. They probably don't block with the Matter Shaper. We have an Owl's Dust in play. In our hand. Don't have to worry about Death Touch. They don't have 3 snow permanents. Well, that's annoying. Well, let's hope they don't have a counterspell next turn. Am I blocking? Guess I'm not blocking. Hey Murph. Are you a league or the challenge? There's no argument that I should have just played both of these. Oh, congrats. Is it 6 or 7 rounds today? Awesome. Just 6. I should have played them probably. They're usually 7. I didn't even look. Guess I need to save my mana and use the Reality Smash, or use the Blast Fruit first. Guess I'm gonna go for the double block. I guess I'm not gonna go for the double block. Screw you, Oko. You're my least favorite friend, Oko. May I have a second stroke? Oh, that's not a stroke at least. Just don't think we can beat Oko, ever. I don't think we were beating this anyway. Guess we're still live to draw the other Allah's Dust, assuming they don't have a counterspell. So we should do anything we can to make sure we get another draw. Yeah, I saw that. I have multiple different colored blockers here, so we'll take that to our advantage. That's just confusing to me. I guess that means they have an Oko post-combat. Or they were saying, call my bluff. Who the hell knows? Should've drew my card first. Yep, should've drew my card first. Big play mistake. I don't think there's any reason for me to attack. Played that whole turn just super bad. They didn't. Oh, they can't bounce their batter skull. I thought they could bounce their batter skull, so I played it even worse than I thought. Wonderful. Well, that card's kind of interesting. So they get no more mana after this turn? I don't know how we won that game. I don't love all of our opponent's decisions, but I don't know how we won that game. I saw that. Technically, he went. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. How did we win that game? Our opponent played spells the entire game while we just kind of like looked at them like they were pretty. I've dropped 10% of my frames today. Yeah, it sucks for Dom. He won an open with Tron too, so I don't think he was playing poorly. He was just either running hot early or running poorly late. Who knows? Zan Zaid lost his winning in. That made me sad. I didn't look to see who got him, but I can do that now. Oh no, he didn't lose. He won. It just wasn't good enough. Well, they said it was a clean winning in for him. Unless I misunderstood what they said on coverage. No, I think they said if Dom won, Zan was in, which doesn't make sense to me. Because Zan's still 10th. Whatever. 7 minutes till that starts back up. I was hoping this league would be over with, but we've played one round. I think this hand's good enough. I think the Dismember puts it over the top of being good enough. We'll just have to find some gas. Being able to kill an early Stoneforge, I just think is good enough. Maybe it's not good enough, but I feel like it is. Fucking Oko, man. This card makes me madder than any other card in Magic. Still needs a ban. It needs a ban, and Oko needs a ban in all formats. The problem with Urza right now is too many people are experimenting. It'll be better when people stop experimenting and quit trying to play PO. Or find a reasonable PO list, whichever one comes first. Can't even get anything of this that matters. Because I can go get Piving Needle or Sorcerer's Spyglass. Don't have a Piving Needle. What do you do? Target pair becomes an artifact that doesn't do anything. Can't really play anything, so I can play you. You don't really do a damn thing. I was just dead when they played Oko. The game was over. Well, I mean, in fairness to Play Design, they don't mess with Modern. They don't care about Modern. Wizards of the Coast knows that the game would make them more money than it makes them now if there was no Modern. Are they going to keep milking it and making sets like Modern Horizons and stuff like that while people are still interested? Sure. But they could give two craps about the health of the format. Because it's a win-win. Either people like the format and they give them money, or people quit playing Modern, they can do away with the format and they can push Arena even further. I just don't have an out at this point. If they have no counterspell, like, you could argue that drawing a All Is Dust would be good enough. I don't think there's been that many formats that have been ruined, personally. I think War of the Sparks is basically the only mistake that there's been in terms of standard in several years. But different strokes for different folks. The things I value, other people value differently. Like, well, the 3-mana Planeswalkers. Teferi, Narset, and Oko, I think were mistakes. I don't think Karn was a mistake. I think Karn's fine. I'll do you one better than that. I think Karn gets played too much, and I think it's a trap, and I think if a bunch of people cut Karn from their deck, like, I just think Karn's overrated. I do not think Karn's that good. Like, I don't think Karn should be in Tron, for example. I think it's a trap. Think Amulet Titan, it makes a little bit of sense. Because Amulet Titan's trying to play a very long game, and that's the only time I want Karn. I feel like in this deck it's probably a mistake. I mean, don't get me wrong, play Karn while there's a million Urza decks in the format because it's good versus Urza. But beyond that, I think it's been largely a mistake to play. Guess I'm supposed to lead on Temple. Because if I draw a second one, I can just fault Seer on turn 2. I don't know what our opponent's playing. Okay. Guess we're just racing. Well, they're effectively going to counterspell whatever I play here. So I guess I'm going to let them counterspell this. Because we're kind of hoping this resolves. See what they have. Day's going pretty good, Aggro Fiend. Awesome. They drew a snap. The average moto, the actual grinders, um, or just people that play a lot. Are you talking about the good players who actually grind for profit and stuff like that, or are you just talking about people like me? Because I don't consider myself a grinder. And I think the definition's different. That sucks, man. What's going wrong with yours? Well, I really want to draw another land this game, but I'm not allowed to have what I want. They still have a disrupting show to counterspell this as well. You just wrote grinders. That doesn't explain the difference. Well, do you mean in leagues or do you mean in everything combined? Because I think anybody that's playing anything other than leagues isn't somebody I would call a grinder. I mean, they can be a grinder too, but you're certainly not playing PTQs and stuff like that if you're trying to eke out money. Above 70. We're going to lose this game. That sucks, bub. Hate to hear that. I guess they have a blocker of some kind. So basically, we need to draw exactly all his dust or the game's over. Or exactly, one of our 7 lands. Well, all of our 7 lands don't work anymore. Do you have a counterspell or do we win? Is anybody else laughing? Oh, I'm having a jolly laugh at that. Whee! I kind of just want to take out the card package and bring in all of these cool one-ofs that are good here. Like, you're good here, you're good here. You're probably not that good here. You're good here. This feels like it's going to be so hard to resolve a Karn. You're got to be good here. I have to be better than some of this expensive stuff. I'm a Karn hater. I think above 70, Murph. Like, for example, I play Mono Red Paralysis in leagues. And in modern leagues when I'm actually trying and not just streaming. Like, all my offline leagues are of Mono Red Paralysis. And until yesterday, I was still above 75% with it. And I went 3-4 yesterday in the format challenge. So that kind of drug me down a bit. Also went 2-3 in a league the same day. I'm still about 70% with it. And that's counting non-leagues, you know? Still about 70% with like a tier 3 deck that's not very good. Just the grinders have absurd win rates. Soon this will get counterspelled. That doesn't get counterspelled. That's... Oh. Raisin bar, blah, 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 blah. There you go. Counterspell, my friend. Alright. Well. Assume this doesn't resolve. Trying to play all of our worst spells first. Maybe I'm just supposed to try to chalice on 2. Who knows? Oh, that one's annoying. Oh, it's considerably less annoying. They took the Mind Stone. Don't care a lot about the Mind Stone. I guess I should care, shouldn't I? Alright, whatever. You got me. For 24 land deck, I stopped drawing lands a lot. Okay. Well, things are going significantly better than I expected. Yes, I just don't care again. Just got X pretty awesome. Oh, tilt. Tilt. When all you really want is a land. Feel like I have to make plays I don't want to make now. Surprised there's not been fairies cast against me over there. Oh, this is a good one. Assume this doesn't resolve. Oh, JK. It resolved. Next game. I do not think they ruined form or Pauper. I think they improved Pauper significantly. Pauper had absolutely terrible mana, and I think Astrolabe is good for the format. Is this hand good enough? I don't think this hand's good enough. Okay, I think this hand's better than that hand, so. You know what plays Arbor Elf that isn't like Ponza? That's not good for us. We need to start drawing some of our creatures now. Thanks, deck. Hey, Chalice of the Void. Do you, boo? Yeah, Chalice of the Void comes to get us as well. In fairness, we have enough mana to play anything. We just have to have something. Fourth mine. Not gonna do it. Well, maybe we'll draw a fourth spell. We've drawn 8 lands. That's not good for us. Alright, we're on a thin clock now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're dead. Well, that'll swell. I don't think I sideboard. Oh, maybe these are good enough. Chalices probably aren't great here. These kill mana producers though, so. Kinda don't want these other 2 chalices in my deck, but what in the world do I sideboard out for them? 3 things? Sure, I'll keep. I don't know if it's good enough. You can kill a mana producer on 1 and play a Matter Shaper on 2, so maybe it's good enough. Well, punished. Awesome. Definitely don't draw very many lands. We draw more with Tron, and Tron's got 17 and 18. What we're doing here just doesn't feel powerful. Like, am I supposed to keep this? This hand doesn't look good. Doesn't really even do anything. I think Once Upon a Time in Tron's bad. I'm nearly sure it's bad. Well, opponent hit turn 3 Tron, so we lose. If they have anything. Again, we have no sideboard, nothing to do because we're playing a Karn board. I guess I won't mulligan. For the sole fact, whatever, if they get a lattice here, maybe there's a... I guess they're not going to get a lattice. They're just going to get a liquid coating metal and I'm dead. Yeah. Pretty sure Chalice is bad here. But I don't have anything to sideboard in. Guess I can sideboard these in over Chalice. Alright. I declare this hand good enough. Interesting thing is, there's a good chance I'm going to want to spyglass this. Like, what's the chances I win if I don't spyglass that? Feels low. Guess their hand could be bad enough that I wouldn't. No. No Seki. They have Fault Not Seer in their board. I've not saw that in a long time. Well, they drew the green, so I guess I'm going to take this. Next turn we'll take the other. Hopefully they don't just naturally draw it. That was pretty quick. So they know all the cards in their hand. So we'll take the Fault Not. Then we're going to Ghost Quarter. Stop on opponent's turn, give them a chance to draw their basic, and then we're going to Ghost Quarter the, I guess, the mine. I forgot to attack for 4, tilt. I was just trying to click to the draw phase. Potentially could cost me a game. I'll take one of the cards. Probably unlikely to cost me a game, but it could. They should be at 8 right now, which means them hitting the land and playing the Karn wouldn't be lethal had I played properly. So me accidentally pressing F6 could cost us this game. Which was real fun. Especially because they have another Karn in their hand. Guess I could give two shits about the Dismember in my hand, so let's party. So the other Karn doesn't per se save them anymore. Oh my god, I am so terrible. Why did I think that went to 1? I didn't... I was just terrible. Awesome. On the positive note, it didn't matter whatsoever. Because they would have drawn this on their next draw anyway. I guess I would have had one draw to find. I'd have had one draw to find a Reality Smasher. Alright, well, at least my punt didn't affect anything. I'm pretty tilted and pretty salty, so I'm going to go ahead and log out today. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming by.